Welcome to Physics Live. I'm your host, Mike Emma. In today's episode, we will be analyzing the concept of speed and velocity. First, we will demonstrate the mathematics behind these concepts as explained by the show's mathematician, Curt Machulsky. Take it away, Curt.
To figure out the speed and velocity behind a moving object, you must take the total distance traveled and divide that by the time of the trip. And that gives you velocity. Back to you, Emma.
Now that we are familiar with the math behind speed and velocity, let's take a look at a real-life example of speed and velocity. Stank, the Stuntman, will demonstrate the concept of speed and velocity by driving his car down this suburban street. Afterwards, we will analyze Stank's speed and velocity by manipulating the aforementioned equation. Time to buckle up. We're good to go.
Now that we have collected data from the experiment, we can implement that into our equation and figure out Stank's speed and velocity. Since velocity has speed and direction, we'll do velocity first. Velocity equals total distance traveled, which in Stank's case was 50 meters, divided by the total time, which we calculated to be 5 seconds. When you divide 50 by 5, you get Stank's velocity to be 10 meters per second, and he was going north. Now, speed is essentially the same thing without direction, so speed also equals 50 meters over 5 seconds, which again equals 10 meters per second, but with no direction. Now, if you want to convert that to miles per hour, you take the 10 meters per second times the conversion rate, which is 2.23, and that equals 22.3 miles per hour.
Here are some examples of speed and velocity used in everyday life.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
In conclusion, the equations utilized by Curt enabled us to determine Stank's speed and velocity. This is an example of how math, and more specifically, physics, can be applied to situations in everyday life, so that we can better understand those concepts. Situations like these also illustrate why physics is such a useful tool, because without it, it would be nearly impossible to extrapolate specific data like we did here today. Well, that's it for this edition of Physics Live. Tune in for next week when Stank the Stuntman puts his life on the line and tries to disprove the theory that man cannot fly. Till next time, this is Mike Emma from Machulsky, signing off. Stay classy, Clearview. Follow me, Blazer.
Yeah.
many different styles. Cause I got more hits than a disciplined child. So when they see me, everybody baracks. Man, I'm like a young gun, fully black barack. I cry teardrops over the massive attack. I only make hits like I work with a racket and back. Look at my jacket and hat, so down berserk, so down to earth. I'm bringing gravity back, adopted by the major. I want my family back. People work hard just to get all their salary tax. Look, I'm just a writer from the ghetto like